Hello, it is iYikKam time again. Today I'd like to share with you clearly on what is the 7-ball I mean and how is the 7-ball operate to support the force flow. And the 7-ball is a dynamic handling which has its time and sequence when it is transporting the force or strength throughout the body, because it is a time and sequence handling, so the strength is similar to a flow transport to different part of the body. That is why we call it force flow. And today what I'd like to share with you is what is this 7-ball is, how is it function. So once you can see it, you can develop it. Okay, and so let's go. The first thing is the feet ball, the first ball. Okay, this bottom of the feet is very important because it has to coupling with the ground. Okay, it has to be coupling the ground, and this is physics. So let's put a sticker on here. That is the feet ball. Okay, the second ball is the ankle ball. Okay, the third is the knee ball. The fourth is the hip balls. The fifth over here is the shoulder ball, and then it is the elbow balls, and then is the wrist ball. So 7 of them totally. Okay, now if you take a look at how the 7-ball functions or operate when I'm doing a rolling, you can see what I mean by how the 7-ball function together as an integrations. It has its timing and its sequence. Okay, so let's go. Okay, you see how this every ball work together to support a full body integrations. Okay, it had its sequence and its timing. Say for example, when I'm in the pushing phase, first is feet ball, ankle ball, knee ball, and then go shoulder ball, elbow ball, wrist ball. And then from here the wrist ball, elbow ball, shoulder ball, hip ball, knee ball, ankle ball, back to the feet ball. Okay, so just one simple smooth stroke, all the 7-ball is functioning. Okay, and this is what I call the snake engine. This is the core of the engine of Xiu Tao 1840s. It is not Tai Chi, it is not Yi Quan, it is not Xing Yi, it's not White Crane, it is not Gong Zhou, it is Wing Chun. This is from Mei Zhuang, which is, as it's called, snake slide worm move. So it said that the big joints is like snake sliding, small joint like the finger joints like the worm moving. So if you look at me, pay attention to the marker here on the 7 balls, you can see how this 7 balls slide like a snake sliding. That is what is snake slide or snake engine is. Okay, in shooting tower, this is what one need to develop in the very basic. Okay, and we often see today people do not develop this, the feet bowl, the ankle bowl, the knee bowl, and the hip bowl. They just climb it, twist, clamp, and holding into some kind of structure, and they are moving only those 3 balls when they do shooting tower, practice shooting tower, and that really doesn't support forceful. Okay, because it doesn't have the full body and the time and so called the flow handling, and some even go as sinking forcefully this ball, make it stationary, even lock further on the handling of the 7 balls. Okay, so using a roller, this is the most basic and simple way in today's technology for us to experience the handling of the 7 balls. Okay, the ancient pre-1840 Wing Chun ancestor do not talk about different thing than today's science. They are the same thing they are talking about, but they're using different models or different way of communications. With today's technology, we can clearly show, like with this roller, how this 7 balls function. This is the basic. And only if one train the 7 ball be able to handling this way, one be able to do such as the kamyang locking, meaning the in the climbing yang, taking the force flow down to the ground. Okay, or leg chung bei hei, force come up, rise from the ground. It has to go through this 7 balls. Okay, so the training, the development of the 7 balls, snake engine, and then later on get into the force flow. It is better off to have this type of machine before one do shooting tower set or chamkyu set or beauty set. If this 7 ball basic, like this basic as what I show you in this roller, is not accomplished or attained or experienced, one will never know what it is. One can keep argue for the whole life, but one never know what it is and never develop it is. Thus, Wing Chun will not be able to use in the close body range, because close body rely on handling of this 7 balls and the injections of the force flow, which is needing all those joints development. So what I share with you today is only the first core element of the 613-3S. Each ball is a physical element, okay, and each ball has its tendon, muscle group, and the bone joints group. So this is just very plain, simple, basic on the 613-3S, the physical element. If this is not developed, the rest is not going to happen. Okay, so instead of like in the ancient time, one have to travel to see a grandmaster or to pay a lot of money to know the secret and this try and error. Today we can get a roller. Anybody can do it in their living room. To experience what is the handling of the 7 ball, how is this sequence, how is it used, applied in the very basic way. And then one can use the 613.3S to develop the force load on top of this. And of course, when one do the 7 balls, breathing is actually naturally come with it, because this roller movement is a natural movement, and this is what the ancient quinquit of the 1840 Xiu Tao set say, spontaneously accord to the breathing and the qi flow, or the in the 613.3S, the blood circulations. Everything, this is nature. You don't even need to use your mind to think. Not like I'll have to align my spine, or no, you don't have to. When you do this, you don't have to. And you know the strength is smooth, because none of the strength is stuck anywhere in the body. It is just this point, the feet ball, and then you get to this point, and then you get from this point, you get to that point. The body is clean, clear. The spine is not is used, but it's transparent, because this is a weak stuff. This balls is the one which is you want to handle it. Okay, so it's contradict to somebody who believe that they have to use their spine power or this power, that power. No, it is just as smooth as that. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. And as we know, we today can actually presenting clearly, and we can accomplish things even faster with this technology. We can learn effectively and efficiently. And saying this, I am not in one way or any way looking down on our ancestors of the past 1 to 60 years. Because since 1840, Chinese culture or China is in chaotic situations. There is culture, chasm and blackout, where a lot of things is getting confused and missing and so forth. However, today we have a better education, we have a lot of information, and we can rebuild things and confirm it with today's technology. So the past generations before me is just doing their best on what they have, and today we have much more than that. Thus, we need to progress even further. And with today, we know what is being taught or practiced in 1840, and we have today's technology. We can develop this 7-ball handling, the basic of it. Just get a rower, and that's it. 30 minutes. No try and error, no need grandmaster, no need anybody's approval. Our body tells us what is proper or not in handling these 7 balls, and the sequence and the timing. So I want to leave you with this, because I believe in education, and I believe the 4 million Wing Chuners like you and me all deserve to have this developed. Again, this is not Tai Chi, this is not Yi Quan, this is not Xing Yi. This is the guts, the core, the soul of Xiu Tao, the core of Wing Chun. Without this, Wing Chun doesn't function properly. It is going to go become a rock practice or a Chinese ballet. And we don't want that to happen.